know, Most High in Christ bless. We're here, day 4, Camp 365, doing biblical trivia in Edmonton Green. All right.
And this is another Bible trivial. This is Officer Joel, and we are here with
Sheila.
So Sheila, I'm gonna ask you a few questions, yeah?
Yeah.
And you just give me your honest answer. You know what I mean? You don't have to be right, you know, or wrong. It doesn't matter, right?
Okay.
So first question is name 3 nations in the World Cup that are a part of the lost tribe of Israel.
Okay.
So 3 nations that play in the World Cup at the moment that you think are from the lost tribe of Israel.
Yeah. Egypt.
So Egypt,
Yeah. Ghana.
Ghana, good answer.
Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast.
Portugal, because for the Christ signal it has. If
Okay.
you look at the Portugal symbol, it actually representation of Christ itself.
Okay. Cool. Any more?
I'll say England
England. Okay.
and Georgia.
Just give me a clue, yes or no, African countries.
Just answer the question, and then we'll let you know if it's right or wrong.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal.
Senegal,
Okay.
Morocco,
Okay.
and Ivory Coast.
Who do you think is going to win the World Cup?
Portugal,
Portugal. Okay. Do you know what they're called in the Bible?
Ruben Diaz. So Ruben means begotten son,
Okay.
and that originates in Hebrew.
Nice.
Brazil.
Brazil. And what biblical name you think they are called by?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
All right. Cool. Who do you think will win the World Cup?
France.
Okay, France. And what is their name according to the Bible? So who are the French according to the Bible?
I don't know that one.
All right. Cool. What World Cup country is Moses from today?
What World Cup countries Moses from today? Egypt.
Egypt.
Well, if you look back in the Old Testament, he was raised in Egypt,
Okay.
but originally he's an Israelite.
Yeah, boy.
What are the first 5 books of the Bible?
Genesis.
Yeah.
Exodus.
Exodus,
Leviticus. Numbers.
Numbers.
Deuteronomy.
I'm gonna freestyle it. Matthew, Psalms,
First 5 books.
Yeah.
In order or like in any?
No, in any order.
Okay. So you got Genesis. You got Hebrews. You got Solomon, which is my favorite because he explores the wisdom of God.
Okay. So you got 2 more.
There's John, there's Matthew, and that is in the New Testament.
So what nation received the commandments from God in Mount Sinai?
I actually don't know. I would say Egypt, but I think it's Israel actually.
Moses.
Stop. What do you mean by that?
was it Israel?
Which nations in the World Cup went into slavery?
In the Old Testament? Or-
Any.
Well, Egypt,
Okay.
and many places in Africa as well.
All right. Let's go with it. So let me get a reader real quick, right? So we're gonna break down one question, right? So the last question that we asked was what nation received the commandments from the Lord, right? And who were they according to the Bible? So let's get Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 46. Right? We're going to break down who the commandments was given to.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 26 and verse 46. These are the statutes and judgments and the laws which the Lord made between him and the children of Israel.
Right, so the statutes, the laws, and the commandments were given to the Israelites, right? Read on.
In Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses.
Right, so Moses was the one that was given the laws, and then he gave it to all of the children of Israel so they can keep the commandments, right? Now, the question is, who are the Israelites today? Who do you think? Have a guess.
A an African country. I can't say who, but
Okay, what country? What country? Just name one.
Senegal.
All right, let's get Deuteronomy chapter 28.
So you grew up on the Bible at all?
I'm a Catholic. So
You're a Catholic, yeah? Okay. Well, you go to church still, or that's something you used to do?
lately, I haven't been close to God, but I'm rebuilding my relationship with God.
Okay, cool. Honest answer. So we'll just show you one or two things just to edify you and see what you think, yeah? So Deuteronomy, now the first 5 books, which was one of the questions, Deuteronomy is one of them. Yeah, you got Genesis, Exodus. You can show them the front page. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. All right. So there you go. You got Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. So we're going to the 5th book right now. Yeah. And this 5th book, the Lord is speaking to a certain audience. Get 1 verse 1. I'm going to get the audience of who he's speaking to. All right. One of the questions you got right, you said that he gave the Sabbath to Israel, which is correct. All right. Yeah, go read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
These be the words which Moses spoke unto all Israel.
You see that? So the audience that the Lord is speaking to here are the Israelites, right? So now he had a message for them. And he's going to let us know which nations are part of that tribe of Israel. Do you understand? That nation of Israel. You ready? So read verse 1 first. So this is after, do you know about their Exodus when they left Egypt? You know about that, right? So this is afterwards now. Yeah, yes, sir.
When they went to the promised land?
Yeah, on the way. This is in the wilderness. Yeah. You in the spirit. Yeah, go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments.
So the Lord has began saying that if you listen to the commandments that I've given you, Israel, after now I've saved you, what's their reward?
Which I command thee this day,
Go ahead.
that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations on the earth.
So Reuben, the Lord is saying that if Israel was to listen to the Lord's instructions, they'll be ruling the earth. Do you understand? But there's a flip side.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right, so it says if you don't keep the commandments, all these curses are going to come upon you and overtake you. Right, so these curses will be assigned to show us who the children of Israel will be in these last days. All right, let's get that sign real quick.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So these curses are going to be upon the children of Israel in these last days for a sign. For example, we got Subway right over there. That's a sign to show you where that shop is located. So now these curses are a sign to show us who the Israelites are today. All right?
And upon thy seed forever.
No, just the time of Moses.
Forever.
Meaning the time that we're living in today in the UK, in America, in Europe, wherever we are in the world. It's going to be a sign that's going to follow us, right?
Get verse 48. Or should we get 49? Get 40 and 49 together. Read them together. Listen to this one. This is the second one.
Verse 48.
Go ahead.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies,
Because we didn't listen and keep the commandments.
which the Lord shall send against thee
So the Lord allowed the enemies to come against them for not listening. Go ahead.
in hunger.
So for food, like for today, Angola, you guys have got many natural resources, right? But yet, third world country, just like me, my parents are from Ghana. Natural resources, third world country. Doesn't make any sense. Go ahead.
And in thirst, and in nakedness, and in
In
want.
the nakedness, your jacket. Is it going to say made in Angola?
No.
What's it going to say?
Someplace in Asia.
There you go. You understand? So the Bible has come to pass. Go ahead.
And in want of all things.
And in want of all things. Go ahead. So if you want to go learn anything to do with the Bible, you got to go to them to learn in their seminary schools. You understand? Go ahead.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So what countries in history had a yoke of iron upon their neck?
I actually have no clue for that one.
Okay, I got you. Do you know what the yoke of iron is talking about?
Another word for bondage.
Trapped.
Right. Now, what people do you know that were trapped in slavery?
Black people.
There you go. So now let's go back to verse 68.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again
into slavery again.
with ships.
Now, what people do you know that went into slavery with ships?
Black people.
Right. So when you look at history, it was the only blacks, the Hispanics and Native Americans that went into slavery via ships. And that happened in the transatlantic slave trade. That happened in the sub-Saharan slave trade as well. When we went into slavery to the Arabians, right? So that happened to our people. Read on.
By the way, whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Meaning we're not going to see our land again. Read on.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Slave men and slave women. We got sold unto our enemies. Because what? Remember verse 15? We broke the commandments of God.
Let's get Matthew chapter 5. We're gonna let you go, sis. We're gonna just answer this one for you, and then we're gonna let you go, yeah? We're gonna just show you that we still have to keep the commandments. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 17. Yeah.
Matthew chapter 5 and verse 17. Think not that I've come to destroy the law.
You hear that? He said, Christ said, think not. They will imagine that I come to destroy the law. So we must still keep the Sabbath day today. Yeah?
All the prophets.
Or what any of the prophets says, we must keep their words. Right?
I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
So Christ come to fulfill. What did he come to fulfill? Let's get that. In Luke 24, let's get that one.
Luke chapter 24.
Yeah,
and verse
44.
44. Luke chapter 24 and verse 44.
Because some people like to say, oh, he come to fulfill that we don't have to keep the Sabbath. They no more. You know what I mean? You have to. You cannot kill, you cannot steal, you have to eat, you have to keep dietary law, all of that, yeah?
And he said unto them, These are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled which are written in the law of Moses and in the prophets and in the Psalms concerning me.
Right. So Christ come to fulfill what was written concerning him. That he should die for the nation of Israel. So remember, you still have to keep the Sabbath day today, right, sis?
All these people that had this yoke of iron, what did the Lord call them in the Bible? What's their national name? What's their national name? What did the Lord call them in the Bible at the beginning? Were they called Angolan? Were they called Ghanaian? No. What were they called?
They were called Israel.
They were called
Israel.
There you go. There you go. So the people of Angola and all these different countries, who are they really?
People of God, isn't it?
Yeah. What's the name that the Lord gave us? As a
Israel.
people of God? As Israel. There you go. Because Angola's not in there. Do you understand? But you belong to one of the nations, surely, and that's the one you belong to. That's what we're called lost. Does that make sense?
What do you think about that?
There's some truth to that. I've heard something similar to that before. So yeah, those thoughts are in line with what I think as well.
There you go. So with that, that's the Bible trivia. My brother here understands that we are the children of Israel according to the Bible. Shalom. Hey, appreciate that, man.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.